Good evening to you, wherever you may be in this glorious county. Humboldt Crabs baseball is on the air. Hi, I'm Hoke Holcomb, along with my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, coming to you from the Don Turbush announcer's booth high atop the Arcata ballpark. We're located just a block from the historic plaza in downtown Arcata, and tonight, Benjamin, we begin a three-game series with a familiar foe, a team that has provided us some good competition in recent years, although they're on a downswing this season, coming in with a record of 8-21, and that is the Walnut Creek Crawdads.
That's right. Sorry, I'm not on. There I am. Yep, it's a clash of the carapaces tonight at the ballpark. It's a crustacean on crustacean battle. And Crabs versus the Crawdads.
But you didn't say the battle of the crustaceans. You used another term.
The clash of the carapaces, which is the back of the crustacean, is the carapace. The shell is the carapace.
The carapace. I didn't really carapace to know about that, but I'm glad you gave us that information. Yeah. It is a gorgeous night for baseball. Absolutely beautiful here at the ballpark. Temperature in the comfortable low to mid-60s, a lot of shirt sleeves and light sweaters out in the crowd. We got blue sky, we got sunshine, and we got the beginning of a three-game series with the Walnut Creek Crawdads, and the Crabs come into this tussle, Benjamin, with a most enviable record.
Yeah, 24-3. They are on a roll.
Is it 24 or 25?
It might be 25 now. It's 25-3 now after Wednesday night.
This is shaping up to be one of the historic teams in Crabs history.
Yeah, I was just saying on Wednesday night, they just seem to be firing on all cylinders, this team. The defense is great up the middle. The defense has really settled down. That was their weak spot early in the season.
Yeah.
They had a few defensive lapses, but since about the second week, they've been great on defense. Pitching's been great, and they can put runs up.
Yeah, the batting has been particularly sensational. How many home runs do we have? Do we have that as a team? Team home runs already this season?
We have 21 home runs as a team.
Wow. You're talking about almost $1,100 from Harper Motors,
right,
donating to the Little League's going to be in the professional league before this season's over.
As a team, the on-base percentage is 420, so
that's marvelous.
And the slugging is 442. So if you translate to a ball player, those are great numbers for a ball player.
And we're talking an average.
Yeah.
It's been well, we're halfway through now. I guess a little more than half.
We're a little more than half now. Yeah.
And so anyhow, we've got three games with the Crawdads this weekend. The Crawdads from Walnut Creek, which is a suburb of the
East Bay
area.
Yeah, I think they're in the East Bay.
Yeah, and we have had them as guests in previous years, and we've really had some good games.
Yeah, they've been here for tournaments. They're one of our favorite rivals.
They play a number of teams that we have played, including the first team on our schedule this year, the Rockhounds. They play the Auburn Wildcats. They play another team that I'm missing this year that I really enjoyed seeing, and that was the Pearl.
Yeah, we're not playing against the Neptune Beach Pearl this year, and the Pearl always a good competition for the Crabs.
It's tough always to work out these schedules, particularly with teams that have league responsibilities, as the Crawdads and the Pearl do. The umpires, the men in blue, are out on the field. Apparently, we had Robin Guyver got his first ejection of the season, I believe, on Wednesday night.
He did, but it was, I'm sorry to say, it was sort of, it was uninspired, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He just was out there. He wasn't really yelling, as far as I could tell. He was just trying to have a rational conversation and got tossed.
The umpire was on edge.
Apparently, yeah, because like I said, Robin wasn't it wasn't a Shorty Ames performance where he's kicking dirt on the on home plate or anything like that, or turning his cap around and getting in his face. He was just out there arguing, and suddenly the arm went up and Robin was gone, and Ryan Detman was thrown out of that game too. But Detman threw his helmet down in the coaching box.
Well, that'll get you the ejection immediately.
Yeah.
I think you have just folded up today's umpires. I think that was on the sheet there that we.
You announced the umpires, right?
No, I have not yet announced them. We were just.
Well,
I saw you ripping them into shreds.
O'Rourke somewhere.
I know your origami class is important to you.
Well, I can't bear clutter here in the booth, and so
there we go.
I'll try to reconstruct.
You can put it
the
together as a little puzzle. While Benjamin does that, we'll mention what a wonderful gift we got this evening as we came to the ballpark. the parents of R.J. Hasse, who's
Kim
not
and
in the
Roberto
starting
Hasse.
lineup. Kim and Roberto. What is it? Kim and Roberto.
Roberto, yes.
Yeah, Kim and Roberto Hasse left us beautiful gift baskets of goodies, thanking us for our broadcasts, and we are very appreciative of that. And believe us, it has been a privilege for us the last 18 years to be able to.
Oh yeah.
To provide these broadcasts, it's an honor to be a broadcaster for the Humboldt Crabs.
It sure is.
Certainly say
and
that.
It's a ball.
It is fun indeed. So we now have the umpires.
I've reconstructed.
All right. Who is that home plate umpire?
Daniel Osborne is at first.
Osborne is the first base.
And Don Holfacker, I didn't need the sheet for that. Dan Osborne is at home plate.
Okay.
And Don is at first.
Okay.
And Michael Cowan is at third.
All right.
Now I can tear it up.
And it was Cowan that had the
yes.
encounter with the manager with Robin Guyver.
Yeah. That was on a ball call. That was Tuesday night when the Crabs were down 6-0, and they had runners on first and third. And Cowan called a balk, and then the Seals manager came out to argue, and Cowan changed his mind. So first he had an altercation with the Seals manager, and that was kind of heated. So then he changed his mind, and then that's when Detman threw down his helmet, and Robin came out, and then they got tossed, and the balk was ultimately rescinded.
Well, I never know if these things are inspirational, as some people say, but we ended up scoring 9 runs.
Yeah,
that inning, right?
It was a crazy game because the pitcher was pitching Kenny Winston, I think his name was. I can't believe that's right. But anyway, was pitching great until the bottom of the 6th inning. He came out and he walked 2 batters and hit a batter and kind of just fell apart. By then he'd thrown about 100 pitches and they didn't have anybody in the bullpen. And by the time they got somebody in from the bullpen, Crabs had scored 9 runs. Yeah.
All right, so the Crabs pushed their record then to 25 wins and only 3 defeats in the year 2017, the first year of Robin Guyver as manager of the Humboldt Crabs, replacing Tyson Fisher, who had an outstanding 3 years as manager of the Crabs. And Tyson had a tough job following Matt Nutter. We've had some outstanding skippers. We got out in left field, the number for Shorty Ames, 23, who was an outstanding skipper, and then Matt Nutter followed him, followed by Tyson Fisher, and now Robin Guyver begins his first year in the 73rd year of this team's operation.
Well, and that's after many years of being Shorty's assistant coach.
Right, and Matt Nutter's as well. Yeah. And then Robin served as a scout. Even when he wasn't here at the ballpark, he scouted and helped pick the players for the Crabs team. All right, let's give you the lineup for the visiting Walnut Creek Crawdads. Leading off, center fielder John Ballard. Hitting second, the second baseman Dalen Calicdan. Okay. Number 3, batting third, Alex Baeza, who is playing first base. Alex Baeza. Hitting cleanup, the third baseman Dave Langer. Batting fifth at shortstop will be Nick Simmons. Batting sixth and serving as the designated hitter is Kevin Whitaker. Batting seventh in right field will be Ben Skinner. Hitting eighth and doing the catching, Jake Allen. Batting ninth in left field for the Crawdads, Joshua Nelson. And on the mound, Jordan Chappell. C-H-A-P-E-L. I don't know if it's Chapel or Chappell. Anyhow, we'll get you some
I think we should go with Chapel.
All right, we'll go to Chapel.
That's what I think.
And now, to give us the lineups for the Humboldt Crabs, everybody's favorite professor, here's Benjamin Schaefer.
Thanks, Hoke. Devin Lehman leads it off in left field. Patrick Chung at second base bats second. Kyle Callahan will be the DH and bat third, and Ryan Myers over at first base will bat cleanup. Anthony Aguirre in center field bats fifth. Kyle Blakeman in right field bats sixth. Anthony Enwia, the catcher, bats seventh. Alejandro Lara at third base bats eighth. Chase Fernland's at shortstop. He's batting ninth. And on the mound for the Crabs, it's Jake Kirsten. Is it Jake Kirsten?
Jeff
Kirsten. Excuse me, Jeff Kirsten. And we have numbers on Jeff. If I can.
Yeah, I got some numbers.
You got the numbers. Good job.
He's 4-0 with an earned run average of 3.86. Now, the starter for the Crawdads is a gentleman named Jordan Chappell, and we have some statistics on Jordan Chappell. And I know you'd be look a little askance if we had a home plate umpire that had really thick bottle glasses to call balls and strikes. But I've got to admit it, at my advanced age of 39 again, I'm having a little
hard
trouble.
to read, huh?
See if you can read the statistics.
Those are tiny, man.
They are tiny for
Those are very hard for me to read as
Chappell.
well. Jordan Chappell. Let's see.
We got some young eyes with us here.
Okay,
Liam
there he is. ERA is 3.21.
All right.
His record is. They use the same stats we use, so it's a mystery how to figure out what his record is in a totally separate area of the sheet. So he appears to be 0-1.
All right. Well, that's not a bad earned run average. I don't know if you can tell how many innings he's pitched. Again, your eyes are. We're going to probably send you to the ophthalmologist after trying to read that stat sheet.
Yeah, he has pitched. Boy.
While Benjamin's looking at that, we'll just
14
announce
innings pitched.
the Crabs are taking the field. Benjamin, you are generally the one who calls these uniforms. What is this? This is the
Some kind of light blue tie-dye that the Crabs are wearing as tops. Light blue tie-dye with the white pants. It's not terrible.
No, it's nice, but I don't think I've seen it this year.
I don't think we have either.
Yeah.
You know, I like the traditional looks. I like either the blue tops, those solid blue tops, and the white,
the dark blue.
Yeah, not with the red shoulders. I don't like that so much.
Yeah.
Or I like the team whites, which to me are the classic Crabs look.
Classic. Yeah.
But these are okay.
These are kind of nice. I don't know why do you call that tie dye? I don't see any tie. I guess a little. Maybe I guess it is.
I think they're meant to look tie dye. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The Crabs are lined up along the third base line, those who are not starting. The Crawdads along the first base line. And we're about to have our national anthem. Young lady out in the field, and we're about ready now. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Wow, that was lovely.
Beautiful.
Aubrey Duell with the national anthem. Very nice.
Young lady, I don't know how old she is, but she looks to be, I don't know, under 20. I mean, it's a teenager, perhaps, but that was just gorgeous. What a gorgeous run. And she's getting a round of applause from
she
this
deserves
crowd.
it. That was great.
That was wonderful. All right. Jeffrey Kirsten on the mound. Oh, first we have the first pitch is thrown out by Kim Hasse, mother of RJ. And a pretty good pitch. On one bounce, it's a strike. Do bouncy strikes count? I'm not sure. I know giant batters would be swinging at them.
Yeah. Brutal. I appreciated the All-Star break just because I didn't have to. I'm not a big fan of the All-Star game and all that, but I appreciated it this year because it just gave me a break from listening to the news every day that the Giants got beat yet again.
Yes. Well, I wasn't planning to watch, and I thought, well, I want to see this Aaron Judge. I haven't had
I
much
want
of
to
a
see.
chance
I do
him.
want to see Aaron Judge play. Yeah.
And so I started watching, and it turned out to be a great game. It's wonderful that they got rid of that rule that gave the winner rights at the first home field advantage in the World Series. That was crazy. And by getting rid of it, it really made the game a lot more fun. The managers didn't have any pressure. They got to play everybody, and there was all kinds of shenanigans.
Which is the point of the All-Star game.
Of course.
Yeah.
So it was well done. All right, let's set the Humboldt Crabs, our local All-Stars. On the mound, as we mentioned, Jeffrey Kirsten. He'll be pitching to Anthony Enuia in the crouch. At first base, Ryan Myers. Patrick Chung's at second. Chase Fernland, the shortstop, and Alejandro Lara at third base. Devin Lehman in left, Alex Aguirre in center field, and Kyle Blakeman will be patrolling right field. Again, a perfect setting for tonight's ball game. I think summer is finally arriving. We're getting sun even before noon. Sometimes.
Oh yeah,
now.
We've had some
nice.
lovely week. Every day this week has been really
Perfecto.
nice.
All right, we're ready to go. It'll be John Ballard, Dalen Kalakdan, and Alex Beza for the Crawdads in the top of the first inning. And what can we tell us about Ballard? Put that thing away now.
I can't read the stat sheet. It's too tiny.
All right.
Oh, here, Ballard. Okay.
First pitch is popped foul out of play. Strike one.
Comes in the game batting .275. He has 2 home runs and 7 RBIs.
All right. Left-handed stick. The big right-hander, Jeff Kirsten, rocks into the windup and the pitch, and it's a called strike 2.
He's slugging over 500, so he's got some excellent numbers, especially for a leadoff hitter.
Kirsten ahead now, no balls and 2 strikes. Sleight of build. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball away, 1-2. Dan Osborne calling balls and strikes tonight. Our old friend Don Hofacker at first base. And Michael Cowan, the third base ump. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Kirsten. Swung on and lined over a leaping Patrick Chung into right field for a base hit. He's going to second. The throw is not going to be in time. Oh, my goodness. Heads up base running by Ballard. So a double for John Ballard, and part of that attributable to his heads up base running.
That's right.
He saw that the Crabs outfielders were not rushing to the ball. It looked like an obvious single, and he turned on
just took off.
Turned on the speed burners after first base, and there was no contest at second. So a leadoff double for Ballard, a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And Dalen Kalakdan, the second baseman, coming to the bat. Kalakdan, a right-handed hitter.
Batting .226.
Third baseman Lara expecting the possibility of a bunt. He's in on the grass, and the first pitch is fouled back to the screen, 0-1.
Please no. Please no. I can't bear it.
Not a first inning
He's
bunt.
going to bunt with a guy on second in the first inning?
Unlikely. No balls and a strike to Kalakdan. Kirsten has thrown 4 pitches, and all of them have been in the zone. But an 0-2 was rattled over the Chung's head in second base into right field, and it ended up in a double. There's a squibber down to the first baseman. Myers will take it to the bag himself, and on the play, Ballard will move to third, so it's as good as a sacrifice. What they refer to as a
productive out.
A productive out. Got the runner 90 feet from home. He can now score on a fly ball to the outfield. And that'll bring up Alex Beza, the left-handed hitting first baseman, and Alex is a big guy. The first 2 batters were small of stature, but Alex Beza is a tall, lean, left-handed stick.
Batting .316, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. That leads their team.
And the pitch to him is a fastball that dips low, 1-0.
And he's slugging .526.
So the Crawdads, trying to draw first blood here in the top of the first inning, have a runner at third with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch is taken a bit low, 2-0. Crab infield back all around, so they're going to give up a run on a ground out. The 2-1 pitch, and that's fouled back onto the screen, and the count even at 2. Kirsten choosing to work from the stretch with a runner on at third and one out. Count 2-1 to Beza. The pitch. Way outside with a fastball, 3-1. On deck, the cleanup hitter, Dave Langer. At the set, the 3-1 pitch. Misses high and away. Ball 4. So the Crawdads now with runners at the corners and only one out, and the right-handed hitting cleanup hitter Dave Langer coming to the plate.
Batting .273, 11 RBIs.
Langer, a long look down at his third base coach. No home runs, I assume?
He has 1 home run.
One, okay.
Yeah. In fact, he's actually the team leader in slugging. He's slugging .600.
All right. Right-handed stick. Runners take their leads. The pitch to him is hit high in the air in foul territory. Myers gives it a look, but it's going to go out of play. Oh and 1 to the Crawdads cleanup hitter Dave Langer. John Ballard standing at third base. Alex Beza at first, and there was one out. Kirsten at the set and the pitch. Down low, a good block by Anuia to prevent any advancement by the runner at first. And the count now, a ball and a strike. Beza a slight lead at first. The 1-1 pitch to Langer misses low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Wind not a factor at this point in the ball game, just barely moving out in center field. Kirsten working deliberately here. Now's the 2-1. Line drive. Chung leaps and gets it, throws to first, not in time for the double play. A fine leaping catch by Patrick Chung to rob Langer of an RBI base hit. 2 down. Boy, that one had to be timed perfectly, Benjamin.
Yes, it had to be, and it was, and that was very much like the hit that Ballard had to lead off the game. A liner right over second base, and Chung couldn't quite get to that one.
This one he got. That'll bring up Nick Simmons, right-handed hitting shortstop. Runners still at the corners now with 2 outs. Kirsten's pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike 1. Kirsten at the belt. His 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Outside corner, just above the knees, 0-2. Kirsten set. His 0-2 offering. High and outside with a fastball, 1-2.
And just missed. Good take.
One and 2 to Simmons. Runners take their leads at third and first. The 1-2 pitch from Kirsten. Just misses outside, 2-2. A leadoff double and a walk. And that's where we stand. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch. High pop-up foul out of play. So we'll do it again. Good crowd on hand tonight. The band is not here. That's a rarity on a Friday night, but that's because we got fireworks after the ball game.
One of 2 fireworks nights at the Arcade Ballpark, and that's why we have such a huge crowd.
Yep.
Yeah,
the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. A little late getting around on Kirsten's fastball was Nick Simmons. So we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
They are packed in tonight.
And they're still coming in, Benjamin. I still see a line out by the ticket booth.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 2-2. Just misses. He pulled the string, but was low and away with it. And now the count is full, 3-2. So the runner at first base, Alex Beza, will be off with this pitch. Kirsten said, the payoff pitch. High pop-up in foul territory. Third baseman comes over, but he's going to run out of room. Just barely. A good run by Chase Fernland. Went all the way to the netting out in the left field play area, but just eluded his reach. So we'll do it again as the base runners retreat to their respective bases. And we in the crouch behind the plate, flashing signs out to Kirsten. Simmons at the bat. And the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman, backhanded. Long throw across the diamond in time for the out. Lara to Myers, and that ends the first inning for the Crawdads. No runs, they had a hit, no errors, 2 left. And at the end of half an inning, it's the Crawdads nothing, and the Crabs coming to bat. And you're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. All right, welcome to the Back to the Ballpark. Benjamin has been itching to tell us about Humboldt Mortgage.
Committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years, Hoke.
Yeah.
So if you're buying a home, business, land, Humboldt Mortgage will get it done. You can call Bob Lawton at 445-3027.
All right. We appreciate the patronage
Jordan
of
Chappell out on the mound
Humboldt
for
Mortgage.
the Crawdaddies.
Yeah, he comes into the ball game with a record of no wins and 1 loss, but a very fine earned run average of 3.21. Devin Lehman to lead it off for the Crabs. Left-handed hitting left fielder tonight.
Lehman at .413 on the season.
That leads the Crabs. And the first pitch to Devin is wide with a fastball, 1-0. Jordan Chappell will be pitching to Jake Allen in the crouch behind the plate. We'll set the infield defensive alignment for you after this 1-0 offering. And he misses high and wide. It's Alex Beza at first base. Dalen Kalakdan at second. Nick Simmons is the shortstop. Dave Langer at the hot corner at third. The 2-0 pitch is hit in the air to left field. Left fielder going toward the line, runs over, and he's not going to be able to get it. Bounces up against the wall. Rounding first and heading into second with a stand-up double is Devin Lehman. So just as the Crawdads led it off with a 2-base hit, so too do the Crabs.
I was just about to say Devin Lehman this season is sort of a prototypical singles hitter of all of his hits. He's got 31 hits. He only had 4 extra base hits.
All of them have been doubles, I believe.
All but one. He's got a triple as well.
He does have a triple.
But now he's got a double. So
all right. Here's Patrick Chung, left-handed hitting second sacker.
Chung comes in batting .292. 16 RBIs.
The first pitch to Chung is high and outside with a fastball. 1-0. The outfield for the Crawdads, it's Joshua Nelson in left. John Ballard is the center fielder, and Ben Skinner in right. 1 ball and no strikes to Patrick Chung. We're in the bottom of the first. We're scoreless at this point. Chung lines it on 2 hops to the shortstop. Backhand throw to first base. Fine play by Nick Simmons. And on the play, Devin Lehman takes third base. So a good backhanded stop by Nick Simmons. And he throws out the speedy Chung, but Lehman moves to third with 1 out, and that'll bring up Kyle Callahan, the designated hitter in tonight's ball game.
Callahan comes in at .356, slugging .576. That's third on the team.
Chappelle from the stretch, and the pitch is swung on and grounded down to the third baseman. He looks the runner back to third and throws across the diamond for the out. Very quickly, 2 down. Good play by Langer, as Lehman had thoughts of coming to the plate, but he would have been out by 1.5 miles. And so he skedaddled back to third, and an accurate throw from Langer to Beza to record the second out, and it'll be up to cleanup hitter Ryan Myers, the big right-handed hitting first baseman. From the stretch, Chappell's pitch to Myers, swings and grounds it just inside the foul line, and it's off the third baseman's glove and into left field. So the third baseman makes a good play and then fluffs a rather easy one. And in to score is Lehman on the third baseman Langer's there. Myers safe at first base. That'll bring up Alex Aguirre.
Alex Aguirre is batting .309 with 2 homers, 8 doubles, and a triple, which adds up to a .600 slugging average.
Swings and fouls the first pitch back onto the screen, strike 1. So Chappell should be in the dugout. But his defense let him down, and it led to the first run of the ball game for the Crabs, as Lehman comes in to score on the air by Langer. Myers, a very slight lead at first base. The pitch is swung on and missed. Aguirre swings through an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. To Aguirre. The pitch. Fastball is grounded down to the third baseman. He's up with it. This time the throw to second for the force out on Myers, and that'll do it for the Crabs in the first inning. They had a run on a hit, an error, and a runner left, and at the end of 1 complete, it's the Crabs 1 and the Crawdads nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480, Arcata, Eureka. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs got a gift run in the home half of the first inning, a 2-out error, allowing Devin Lehman to come in and draw first blood in this ball game. The designated hitter, Kevin Whitaker, to lead it off for the Crawdads in the top of the second inning, facing Jeffrey Kirsten, who got out of a a bit of a jam in the first inning. Got away with a leadoff double and stranded John Ballard at third base.
Whitaker comes in hitting .222.
Right-handed hitter.
The Crawdads lineup is top-heavy.
Swing and a miss.
The guys at the top lineup are all sluggers, high batting average, and then when their overall batting average is pretty low. They're only hitting .246 as a team, and that's because the guys at the bottom of the order are hitting in the .220s.
Swing and a miss, strike two, fastball, and Kirsten, who, except for walking Alex Beza, has been ahead of these hitters, and he's ahead 0-2 of Kevin Whitaker. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, his first strikeout of the evening, one down in the Crawdads' second inning. That'll bring up right-handed hitting Ben Skinner. Skinner, the right-handed hitting right fielder for the Crawdads.
Skinner hitting .309.
Righty versus righty, and Kirsten's first pitch. Skinner shows bunt and pulls the bat back. I think it's a ball. Wasn't too clear on the call from the ump. The 1-0 pitch is waved at and missed, and the count now even at a ball and a strike. No balls and two strikes. So he said he tried to bunt at that pitch, didn't pull the bat back fast enough on that first pitch. So it's an 0-2 pitch. That fastball misses wide, 1-2. When the bases are empty, Kirsten is a pretty quick worker. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Misses outside with a fastball, 2-2.
Yeah, I appreciate that he works so quickly. The pitcher for all the pitchers for the Seals seem to work very deliberately, and
high fly out of play.
I think there was only one walk in a Tuesday night game, and we still ended up over a 3-hour game because it took so long between pitches for both of their starters to get.
Yeah. They've talked about putting a clock on pitchers. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. So Kirsten pulled the string, and his changeup had Skinner way out in front, so he has struck out the first two batters here in the top of the second inning. It'll bring up the catcher, Jake Allen. The pitch to the left-handed hitting Allen, high and tight, 1 ball and no strikes. Tomorrow night, in particular, is devoted to alumni and family of current Crabs players and alumni, obviously, former Crabs. So we'll try and apprise you of who is in the park. Bring back some memories.
We can appraise you, too, if you want.
You have to be
here for that.
Well, the appraisal certainly went up tonight after the wonderful gift we got from the Hasse family.
Yes.
That was sweet. 2 balls and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting Jake Allen. Kirsten's next pitch is again fouled off behind us, so the count even at 2.
Yeah, I really don't expect RJ to make an error again this season.
Or an out either. I don't think he'll make an out either. That pitch is grounded just foul outside the third base. Coach got it on the second bounce. So we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Allen. We're in the top of the second inning. The Crabs leading 1-0. Jeff Kirsten gets the sign from Anthony Inuia, and his next offering tries to check his swing. Does he go around? Third base umpire says no. And the count is 3-2. Looked to me like he went around. But it's a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. High pop-up foul out of play. Kirsten shakes off a sign. Now he's ready, and the payoff pitch It's a fastball, and it's grounded between first and second base into right field. A 2-out single for Jake Allen.
Solidly struck, that ball.
Yeah. Both hits for the Crawdads have come with 2 strikes on the batter. In the case of John Ballard, it was, I believe, an 0-2 pitch. Here it was a full count. Number 9 hitter Joshua Nelson at the bat, right-handed hitting left fielder. And the pitch to Nelson is down low with a fastball, 1-0.
Nelson comes in batting 188.
Nelson, a big guy, big right-handed hitter.
He's only played in 13 games.
All right. The 1-0. That's low. Anthony Enuia took a look down at first base and bluffed throwing, but chose not to. The count now 2-0 to Nelson. On deck, the leadoff hitter John Ballard, who led the game off with a double, but was stranded at third base in the last inning. Line drive up the middle into center field for a base hit. Allen will stop at second base, so a couple of 2-out base knocks by the number 8 and 9 hitters for the Crawdads. They now got the tying run in scoring position at second base with a left-handed hitting John Ballard at the plate. As Benjamin said, he came into the game hitting .275 with a couple of round trippers, so the young man's got some power. Does not look like a prototypical power hitter. And he fouls the first pitch off to the left and out of play, strike one. I would not imagine he's any taller than 5'9".
No.
And slight of build.
I'd guess he's about 5'7".
Yeah, but he packs a punch. 0-1 to Ballard. The pitch. Strike 2 called. That was some kind of off-speed pitch. And it's 0-2. Kirsten at the belt. And is 0-2. That one bounces at the plate. It's 1-2. And home plate umpire Osborne is going to put a new ball in play and dust off the plate for this 1-2 pitch. Crawdads, the potential tying run at second base, go-ahead run at first. There are 2 down here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 the count to Ballard. Kirsten comes to rest at the belt. The pitch. Fouled off, out of play. We'll do it again, 1-2. We talk about pitchers going into their stretch and coming to rest at the belt, and some of them, frankly, come to rest more around the chest. But Kirsten, indeed, the ball is at the belt in the rest position. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging.
Well,
Oh, did he get it?
He didn't catch it. Oh, he did catch it.
He's out. That's it. That's it.
I thought he dropped it. Oh, he tagged him. He did drop it. He tagged him.
Yeah, he tagged him out. Yeah. I think the batter thought that he had foul-tipped the ball.
I thought he foul-tipped it. That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought he hit it off the dirt. That's what I thought happened. Is he fouled it into the ground.
And now there's going to be a conference on the mound. The batter has not. The Crabs have left the infield. The Crabs have left the outfield. They've gone to the bench. But now the 3 umpires are discussing it, and they're going to say the Crabs are going to go back on the field.
That's
they're
what I thought,
changing the ruling.
That's what I thought. It bounced up off the turf.
So I think they came to the correct conclusion. It was a foul tip, and so we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. The batter, John Ballard, was not about to leave the batter's box. He said, no, I touched it, and his coach went out, and the umpires convened and came to a conclusion that it's a 1-2 count again. All right, another opportunity now for Ballard. Again, the 1-2. That one's a high chopper down to the first baseman in foul territory. Just foul. So again, another life for John Ballard.
Myers tried to catch that in fair territory, but
yeah, Myers gave it a lean.
It.
Well, I think Myers was in fair territory when he caught it, but he leaned with the glove into foul territory to get it, and that's a foul ball. So we'll do it again, 1-2. Nice try by Ryan Myers, trying to deke the ump. All right, again 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball down to the second baseman. Ballard is swift. The throw to first, just in time to get in. Boy, he is a speedster.
That was a slow roller. Chung, good job.
So, a couple of wasted singles for the Crawdads in the second inning. No runs, a pair of hits, no errors, and 2 left. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's still the Crabs 1 and the Crawdads nothing. It's the Crabs baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Rica.
I'm up 11-1 here, dude. Check it out. No, I'm up 11-1. I'm crushing Colorado. Oh, that's blasted out of here. Adios, muchacho. No, it's in Minnesota. Yadier Alonso. I got Yadier Alonso on my team, and he's a beast. He is a beast. Let's hope he has a good second half for the A's. The problem is it's all up in the air. Who knows how these guys are going to do? Like, I got Bautista here. No. What do you mean? Oh, did they really? God, what a waste that was. Unbelievable. I don't know what they were thinking.
And he was reelected. All right, welcome back to the ballpark.
And thanks to Slice of Humble Pie. Whether you want chicken pot pie made from scratch or a decadent slice of chocolate silk pie, Slice of Humble Pie will satisfy any craving. They're open every day. Crabs fans and players get 10% off Mondays just by wearing their Crabs gear. Slice of Humble Pie is just off the Arcata Plaza at 828 I Street at Bittersweet, and you can also order a pie online.
It'll be Ken Blakeman, Anthony Enuia, and Alejandro Lara in the bottom of the second inning for the Crabs to face Jordan Chappell, who gave up an unearned run in the first inning.
Kyle Blakeman batting .281.
Did he hit the grand slam? Was it Kyle Blakeman that hit the grand slam?
No, I think
no?
Was it Blake?
High fly ball into left field. Oh, that's sky high. The left fielder is under it. And Joshua Nelson makes the catch.
I think it was Callahan.
Was it Callahan that did it? That'll bring up Anthony Enuia.
Yeah, it was Kyle Callahan.
Okay.
Anthony Enuia comes in batting .310.
Right-hander versus right-hander. Jordan Chappell comes to the plate, and Enuia grounds the first pitch to the shortstop on a couple of hops. Up with it is Simmons, and his throw to first to retire Enuia very quickly. 2 up, 2 down in the Crabs' second inning. And that'll bring up Alejandro Lara.
Lara, in only 11 games, he's played more recently, is batting .237.
Lara, right-handed hitter, batting in the 8th slot in Robin Guyver's lineup this evening. Chappell comes to the plate with a pitch that just misses inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch just misses outside. Oh, no, strike one, 1-1. Osborne is the slowest of home plate umpires in terms of giving the call.
Yeah.
He may say it. The batter and catcher may be aware of it.
But the distance between his thought and his hand.
Ground ball to the right side. Up with it is the second baseman. The throw to first base to retire Lara, and the Crabs go quickly in the second, nothing across, and at the end of 2, it's still the Crabs 1. And the Crawdads nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Rica. Big Blue Cafe. Join us at Arcata's favorite cafe on the Arcata Plaza at 846 G Street, serving breakfast all day and lunch from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. All kinds of good stuff. Everything is made fresh daily, and everything is truly delicious. Try us once, and you'll come back again and again. That's Big Blue Cafe on the Arcata Plaza, and tell Sam that Hoke and Benjamin sent you over. Okay. Top of the third inning, the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters to face Jeffrey Kirsten. Right-hander versus right-hander. Dalen Calican bounced out in his first trip, and he swings through a fastball, strike one. Calican, Beza, and Langer in the Crawdads' third inning. Fastball away, and the count even at 1. Crab infield back all the way around. Calican looks like a guy who might be able to lay one down. But he laces that one into left field on the run. A diving try, but he can't get it. It goes to the wall. A good effort by the left fielder, Lehman. Dove full out and just eluded him, not by much. And eventually Aguirre got it back into the infield. So for the second time in this ball game, the Crawdads with a leadoff double. That'll bring up Alex Beza. He walked in his only plate appearance this evening. So the big lumber coming up with a tying run at second base and nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Jeffrey Kirsten at the belt. A look back at second. He comes to the plate and the pitch is waved at and missed. Change up to the left-handed hitting Beza, and he was out in front. It's 0-1. The pitch. Down low, a ball and a strike. Chase Fernland trying to sneak behind the base runner, Calicdan, at second base. Big gap on the left side of the infield between the shortstop Fernland and third baseman Lara. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off to the left and out of play. It's 1-2. Kirsten ahead now, a ball and 2 strikes to Alex Beza, the left-handed hitting first baseman for the Crawdads. Calicdan edges off a second base. The pitch. Just misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Have to really hesitate on a close pitch because Osborne is not quick with the arm. And wait to see if it's a ball or a strike. Here's the 2-2. That one's hit high and deep to center field. Not that deep. It's going to fall in for a base hit. It was high but not deep. A little Texas leaguer into center field. That moves Calicdan to third base. And now the Crawdads with runners at the corners. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. And the cleanup hitter, Dave Langer, who hit a line shot that Patrick Chung made a leaping catch of in the first inning. Runners at the corners, nobody out for the Crawdads.
That was a broken bat. You could hear the bat shatter when we had a bat break on Tuesday night that went all the way out to third base. It went further than the ball did.
Fouled off to the left out of play. Strike one. 0-1 to Langer. Was that a Crab's bat?
No, that was the opponent's bat, but there were a couple broken bats in that game. But that was one of the guys on the Seals.
That can be scary. The 0-1 misses low and outside. A ball and a strike.
I think that was the play that Fernland, so the bat, I think if I recall correctly, the bat went out towards third, and Lara tried to cut the ball off, and it went between Lara's legs, and Fernland just dashed behind him and grabbed it and threw out the runner.
Wow. Here's the 1-1. Line drive into right field. The right fielder makes the catch. A good play by Kyle Blakeman in right field on a hard hit shot by Langer. That's twice he has hit the ball hard to the opposite field. This time it was the right fielder Blakeman who made the catch and quickly got the ball back into the infield. No advance by either Crawdads runner. And that'll bring up right-handed hitting shortstop Nick Simmons. Now the Crabs looking for 2 to get out of this one. Kirsten at the set. His pitch misses low and away, 1-0. Runners at the corners, 1 out here in the top of the third. Crabs leading 1-0, but that lead is definitely in jeopardy. The pitch bounces again, Anwia, nice block, no advance, it's 2-0. Hitters count now for Alex Simmons. Kirsten Sad, and the 2-0. Strike called just above the knees, 2-1. First baseman is in shadows, the rest of the infield still in brilliant sun. Kirsten's 2-1 pitch. Ground ball over the mound to the second baseman. Chung's got it, steps on the bag, throws to first in time for the double play.
Oh, nicely done.
So Patrick Chung making a couple of fine plays on the infield. And the Crawdads are denied after a double and a single. And at the end of 2.5, the score remains Crabs 1, Crawdads nothing. You listen to Crabs Base. 80 Arcadia Rica.
Who's that by? Who's that? Man.
I know nothing about where things should go.
Say, Benjamin, where do you go when you want some ice cream?
The Arcata Scoop, where they have
you'd
organic super premium ice creams and sorbets, and I can find their daily flavors posted on their Facebook page every day. I just head over to 1068 I Street from noon to 10:30 every day, except I can't go on Tuesdays when they're closed.
Very good.
Thank you.
I thought you liked that. Here's Chase Fernland to lead it off. Right-handed hitting shortstop takes the pitch for a called strike 1. Off-speed pitch that caught the outside corner.
Fernland now over 200. He's at 205.
All right. Next pitch just at the knees for a called strike 2. Again, an off-speed pitch.
And honestly, with as good as he is on the defense, I'll take 220.
Yeah.
210, whatever.
Yeah, he's played some shortstop for us this summer, that's for sure. Pitch misses wide. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Chase. Head always in the game. It's just
the whole team is like that.
Yeah. Ooh, fastball just a bit inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. After Fernland, we go to the top of the order in Devin Lehman.
Just for example, last inning when that ball went out to Blakeman.
Little a flare into right field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. It's a little bloop single to start things off in the Crabs' third inning. I'm sorry, Benjamin.
I was just going to say, just like last inning when that ball went out to Blakeman, that line drive, a lot of players would have thrown home to get the runner, but Blakeman knew the runner wasn't coming home, so he threw behind the runner at third.
Yeah, very much a heads-up play. Here is Devin Lehman playing in left field tonight. Started the game, Benjamin said, hitting .413, was it?
Yeah.
And he led off with a double and scored the only run of the contest thus far. And the pitch to him is a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike one. Crabs have been out-hit 5-2. But they lead in the all-important runs column 1-0.
Well, they've made the plays when they had to.
Absolutely. That big double play certainly helped. Runner bluffs going, and the pitch is a called strike. 0-2 to Lehman. Fernland held on by Alex Besa at first base. Chappell comes to the plate, high with a fastball, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to Devin Lehman. Throw to first base, and Fernland back easily standing. One and two the count. The pitch. Over but low, 2-2. Patrick Chung, he of the fine fielding efforts in the first 3 innings, is in the on-deck area. 2-2 to Lehman. There goes Fernland. The pitch is laced into left center field. That's going to be in there for a base hit, and it's going to the wall. Fernland rounds third. He's going to be waved to the plate on a stand-up double by Devin Lehman, his second of the ball game, and the Crabs lead 2-0. A booming opposite field double that made it all the way out to the 394 sign, or very little to the left of that. And the Crabs now lead 2-0. A runner at second, nobody out, and that'll bring up Patrick Chung. Chung grounded out short to first in the first. Left-handed hitter. And he swings through a fastball, strike one. Chappell looks into Jake Allen for the sign. Comes to the rest about at the shoulders, and the pitch is way high with a fastball, 1-1. A ball and a strike to Chung. The pitch is hit hard down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It is foul. Oh, boy, that had the distance.
That was crushed.
So Chung gave it a ride, but it's just a long strike. That was fairly close. So we'll do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. Lehman retreats to second base. One and 2 to Patrick Chung. Lehman takes his lead at second, and the pitch to Chung misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. That's the first strikeout of the ball game for Jordan Chappell. 1 down. And that'll bring up Kyle Callahan. Kyle serving as the designated hitter in tonight's contest. He grounded out third to first in his only at bat. Lehman takes his lead at second. High pop-up into shallow center field. Center fielder coming in, and it's going to be the center fielder, Ballard, who camps under it and puts it away for the second out. So Callahan, first pitch swinging, skies to center, 2 gone, and it'll be up to Ryan Myers if he can pick up Devin Lehman at second base. Myers got a run home in his at-bat in the first inning, but did not receive an RBI for that because he was on as a result of an error, and that error by third baseman Langer allowed Devin Lehman to score the first run of the ball game. The Crabs have added one here in the third. It's 2-0, and the pitch to Myers is a fastball on the inside part of the plate for a called strike 1. Oh, and 1 to the Crabs cleanup hitter, right-handed hitting Ryan Myers. Swings and fouls it off back to the screen, and it's 0-2. The Crabs have had 2 hard-hit balls, both of them by Devin Lehman. 2 booming doubles. And Devin has scored 1 and driven in 1. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Myers, and that is spanked to left field, but the left fielder moves in a couple of steps, perfectly placed, and Nelson grabs it for the third out. The Crabs get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left, and at the end of 3 complete now, it's the Crabs 2. And the Crawdads, nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Harbor Motors has been serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used. And look for the carousel 2 miles north of Eureka, or visit us online at harbormotors.com. Harbor Motors is donating $50 to District 26 Little League for every home run the Crabs hit this season. Go Crabs, go. All right, heading into the top of the 4th inning. Got a good ball game. Crabs leading by a 2-0 count. And here for all the action, everyone's favorite professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thanks, Hoke. Whitaker, Skinner, and Allen for the Crawdads. And here's the first pitch is taken for a strike. It's 0-1 from Jeffrey Kirsten. Whitaker struck out in his first at-bat. Kirsten has 2 strikeouts. Here's a pitch, and it's fouled up against the screen. So no balls, 2 strikes now, the count to Whitaker. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Crawdads. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Crabs. There's a fastball that rides high and inside. So ball and 2 strikes now is the count. Here's the 1-2. Tried to hold up and couldn't do it. He went around, and that's strikeout number 3, and the second one tonight against Whitaker. 1 away. Here's Skinner. Skinner himself struck out in his first at-bat. Kirsten rocks and deals a fastball high and away. One 0 pitch. In there at the knees for a called strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The wind now picking up, blowing a little more towards center field. A little more briskly. Here's the 1-1, and there's a high tapper down towards third. Lara's going to wait for it, and he's not going to have time for a play. I think Lara couldn't see it. And it was a swinging bunt, and Skinner aboard. We saw that Wednesday night, a ball one of the Crabs players hit to third base. The third baseman just put his hands up and ducked, basically. He couldn't see the ball at all, and Lara lost that one. As I've noted, the sun this time of day at this ballpark is right in the eyes of the fielders on the left side, particularly the third baseman. So Skinner over at first with 1 away. Here's Allen. Jake Allen, left-handed hitter. Allen singled in his first at-bat. 6 hits now on the game for the Crawdads. And here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt. The 1-0 is hit on one hop out to second and off his glove and in the left-right field. On his way to third now is Skinner. And I guess that's a hit. That was hit right at Chung's feet. And Chung tried to stop it, but it was hit very hard. And it would have been a great play had he made the play. So back-to-back singles here. Puts runners on first and third with 1 away. And here's Joshua Nelson, the left fielder. He singled in his first at-bat. So yet again, the Crawdads threatening. They've threatened in every inning. And have yet to score. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch down and away. One and 0 the count. And the next pitch is a fastball that rides high. Two and 0. Two-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0. Oh, he called that a strike, huh? 2-1 the count. Skinner at third, Allen at first. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Tapper back over the mound. In to get it is Fernley. He steps on second for 1. Throws the first for the double play yet again. The Crabs get out of the jam on the double play. This time a 6-3. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, a runner left, and at the end of 3.5, it's still 2-0 Crabs. This is tightrope walking Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Aguirre, Blakeman, and Inouye for the Crabs in the bottom of the 4th inning, up 2-0. This game rolling right along. Not even at the 1 hour mark, and we're already into the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, 7 hits now for the Crawdads, who have now left 6 runners on base in 4 innings. Crabs have been great on the defense, 2 double plays to get him out of 2 big jams. So here's Aguirre. Hit into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Jordan Chappell rocks and deals, and there's a ground ball third and off his glove and down the left field line. That's going to trickle down along the line. On his way to second is Aguirre. Here comes the throw in. It's not going to be in time. That's going to go as a double. A nice try by Dave Langer, but the ball was past him before he got a chance to get a glove on it. So Aguirre leads off with a double down the left field line, and here's Blakeman. Blakeman flied to left in his first at bat. Chappell gets the sign. Now he looks out at second and deals right down the middle for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Lined in the center field. The center fielder going back. It's going to be over his head. It's going to go all the way up to the fence. Aguirre is going to come around third. They're waving him home. He will score easily to make it 3-0 Crabs. Back-to-back doubles for the... So the Crabs now teeing off a little bit on Jordan Chappell. 2 hard-hit balls. Aguirre's was pulled down the line, but that was... Blakeman just nailed that dead center and lined it right over center field Ballard's head. So with Blakeman out at second and 1 out, here's Enwea. Enwea grounded to short in his first at bat. 3-0 Crabs. Here's the pitch. And he takes on the inside corner for a strike. The 0-1, tap foul. No balls, 2 strikes now the count. Blakeman takes his lead out at second. Chappell has to look out there. And here he comes, and there's a fastball away. Crabs are not above stealing third. They did it a few times. They ran wild, actually, on the base paths. Wednesday night, I guess that was, against the Seals. And Blakeman was a big part of that. He stole third base. He stole second and third in the same inning. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and that's grounded back up the middle. Past the diving shortstop into the center field. Blakeman's coming around third. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he's in there. And on the throw, Enwea goes to second. 4-0 Crabs. Still nobody out. Here's Alejandro Lara, grounded to second in his first at bat. So Enwea out at second. 3 Crabs have changed position out there. First it was Aguiar, then Blakeman, now Enwea. And here's Lara. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. 6 hits now for the Crabs. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounded down a third base line. Fair ball. That's going to go into the corner. That's going to be extra bases. And we is coming around third. He will score. On his way to second is Lara with a stand-up double. So the Crabs just trading places out at second base this inning. Five nothing Crabs. Now the manager out to the mound to have a word, or the catcher out to the mound to have a word, and So Laura out at second, still nobody out. Aguirre doubled, Blakeman doubled, and we singled and went to second on the throw home. Laura has doubled. 3 runs have come across here in the bottom of the fourth for the Crabs. Fernlin will be the hitter. He singled in his first at bat. Here's the pitch, and he hits one in the left field. That's going to drop for a hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. Five consecutive hits now for the Crabs, and still nobody out. Back to the top of the order. Here's Lehman, and he has doubled twice tonight. So Laura at third, Fernlin at first. Here's the pitch, and he takes low. And it all just shows that at certain times, certain radio broadcasters just get all the action. And others are just really boring to listen to. It's really a 1-0 pitch. Runner on first goes. The pitch is high. The throw down the second is in time. He's a dead duck. So Fernlin out 2-6. For the first out of the inning. He was out by so much he didn't even bother to slide. And the count's 2-0 to Lehman. Laura still over at third. And that one, did it hit him? Is in the dirt. It goes all the way to the backstop, but no advance by Laura. Three and 0 now, the count. To Devin Lehman. Patrick Chung on deck. One out. The infield is all the way in on the grass now to try to cut the run off at home. Here's the pitch, and he takes low for ball 4. So that's gonna put the middle infielders back to double play depth. And in a way, that's better than giving him something to hit, because now it allows them to go for the double play and move the infield back a little bit, at least up the middle. Here's Chung, 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. He did hit the ball hard his last at bat, though. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner. 0-1. Lara at third. Lehman at first. Still only one out. Here's the pitch. In the air, foul down the left field line. That's into the Crabs bullpen. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Tapper out towards third. The third baseman's in on it. He falls down. He throws from the sitting position to get Chung, and the run comes in to score to make it 6-0. But a fine play by Dave Langer. He slid on the grass and was still able to throw out Chung. He wouldn't have got the run at home anyway. And so a fine play there, but it's 6-0 now in favor of the Crabs. Give Chung an RBI. And with 2 away, here's Kyle Callahan. On the play, Lehman goes to second. Callahan's 0 for 2, grounded to third and fly to center. Here's the pitch, and he looks at a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. No action in the Crawdads bullpen. There's a bunch of guys sort of screwing around out there, but they don't appear to be warming up. They just appear to be goofing off. Here's the 0-1. And misses inside. 1-1. Oh, that's a strike, huh? Yikes. 0-2. And the 0-2 misses high and outside. That's a ball. 1-2 the count now to Callahan. Lehman out at second. Crabs have plated 4 here in the bottom of the 4th to take a 6-0 lead. Here's the pitch. High in the air to right center field. The center fielder going back, back, back. He looks up and watches it go out of here. Adios, muchacho. A 2-run home run for Kyle Callahan. 8-0 Crabs.
Crabs keep hitting those home runs, we're going to have a going out of business sale at Harper Motors.
That's right. Wow. No doubt about that one. That was hit right over the Royal Gold sign in the center field. To 368 and way up on the screen. So 8-0 now in favor of the Crabs. A 6-run explosion here in the 4th inning. Here's Myers, and he gets hit on the elbow. He's fine. But now the Crabs have batted around, and they've batted around, I think, more than most games in the last 2 weeks. I think they batted around at least 1 inning. They take advantage when they get runners on. So here's Aguirre. He led off the inning with a double. Myers over at first. 2 away. Crabs lead by 8. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. It's 0-1. I don't know, Hoke. This Crab team is a juggernaut, I think. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. Everybody in the lineup is capable of hitting it out, pretty much, more or less.
Everyone
at any time.
Everyone except David Lehman, and he's only hitting about 490.
Right. You know. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And he hits one high in the air to shallow right field. The right fielder coming in. He's going to have a play on it. And he has it for out number 3, and that will end the inning. But, yikes, the Crabs get 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. There were no errors, a man left, and at the end of 4, it's 8-0 Crabs. This is explosive Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
All right. Welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs exploded for half a dozen runs in the home half of the 4th. They lead now by a score of 8-0 as we head into the top of the 5th. And for all the action, here's Benjamin.
Thanks, Hoke. Top of the order for the Crawdads. It's Ballard, Callahan, and Biza. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike 0-1. Who's the home plate umpire?
Dan Osborne.
He has sort of a poetic strike call there, almost like a ballerina, the way he reaches out. It's really It's like a melding of art and sport.
Well, that's good.
1-1 the count. It takes a while.
Yeah.
And but 1-1 is lined right back at the pitcher and knock off his glove, and out to pick it up is Fernlund. That'll be a hit. That was smashed right back at Kirsten, and all he could do was knock it down. So a leadoff single for Ballard. That's Ballard's second hit of the night. And here's Crawdads.
We're almost even in the hits department, but
yeah, we're not even in runs.
Not in runs.
So here's Crawdads. Is it Crawdads?
Crawdads.
Next pitch misses low. It's 1-0. Keep wanting to call him Caliban, but confusing him with a character from Shakespeare. Ballard over at first. Crawdads takes a fastball outside.
What was Caliban in?
The Tempest. 2-0 the count. The runner goes. Yikes. The pitch is low and the base is stolen, but I think that's still ill-advised down 8-0. I don't know.
He had a huge jump.
He did indeed have a huge jump.
And we had no chance really to get him.
Well, part of the reason he had a huge jump is because
Person
had no reason to be holding him down ahead 8-0. At any rate, he's in scoring position now with nobody out.
Well, the way they've hit into double plays tonight, he had to get him out of that.
3-0 the count now. Crawdads is 1 for 2 with a double. And he's going to go to third, and there's the throw, and that's not going to be in time either.
Well, this is the guy who turned that first inning single into a double.
Yeah.
I mean, he's as fast
he's
as
trouble on the
we've
bases,
seen.
yeah. So he's over at third now with a count 3-1 to Crawdads. Oh, 2-2 actually is the count. The umpire just motioned that it's 2-2. The 2-2 is tapped out over the mound. Fernlund picks it up behind the mound and skips off his glove in the center field. That'll be an error on Fernlund. That'll score the run to make it 8-1 in favor of the Crabs.
All right.
Here's Beza.
Crawdads gets an RBI, right? Run would have scored.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
So you usually can't get an RBI on an error, but in that case.
You're right. There he can, yeah. Good point. And now Crawdads over at first with nobody out. Beza is has walked and singled. He's 1 for 1. He takes a fastball low. He's got a big lead over there, too. Here's the pitch. He's fakes going, and the pitch is swung on and missed a big cut by Beza.
That would have been a good pitch to go on as it was a change.
Yeah, took something off, had him way out in front. It would have been a good pitch to go on. So, again, a big lead over there, and now Kirsten does finally throw over, and he dives back safely. It makes sense to me not to pay that much attention to him, just to concentrate on getting the hitter with an 8-1 lead. Here's the pitch. And he's halfway down to second, and now they got him in a pickle. Throw down to second. They're going to throw back to first. 2, 6, 4, and he's out. Well, see, that's why you don't do that. Down 8-1.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, it was 6-3, 2-6-3-6. It was Fernlund that made the tag. 2-6-3-6. He's caught stealing.
I'm just going to mark it caught stealing in my scorebook.
Well, some of us want to have are more
absolute
interested in accuracy and precision.
I understand.
Yeah, but you can just, whatever. I'll wake you up when the
okay.
next pitch misses away. 2-2 the count. So 1 out. A run is in for the Crawdads. They're trailing 8-1 now, and the count's 2-2 to Beza. Here is the pitch. And the next pitch misses low. 3-2.
A good play and a heads-up play by Enwia on that as well. When he saw the runner between first and second base, he
just ran towards him.
And then Made the play.
3-2 is fouled up against the backstop. Now, I had a sharpener up here.
Oh, here we go again. Someone came in and stole your sharpener in the night.
That's gone now again. I don't know where things go when I leave.
They didn't touch my wallet with $5,000 in it, but they took your pencil sharpener. This is amazing.
3-2 the count.
Pencil sharpened thief.
And that's ball 4 inside. How am I supposed to score the game with a dull pencil?
Well, maybe it'll be a dull game.
That's a good one.
Pretty sharp.
Here's Langer. He's 0 for 2, line to second and then line to right. So runner at first, 1 out. That is the second walk, I believe, issued by Kirsten. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike.
It's amazing how many pencils are still sold in this country.
Yeah.
There was a story the other night. This guy who owns a pencil factory says we had our best year last year.
Really?
You think with all the computers and stuff that fewer people would have
No, you still got to have pencils.
Yeah.
See, in this, I have a pitch throw down behind the runner, and he's safe. I have a sharpener, but it's lame, and I had a better one. That's the one that went missing, the good one.
Uh-huh.
This one here just chews the pencil right up. It doesn't even sharpen the pencil. It just destroys it. Like, unbelievable. All right.
Those of us who have a mistake-free scorecard score in pen.
Well, you know, pitches a strike on the inside corner now, 1 and 2. Those of you who just write simple things on your scorecard, like hit, run.
He ran base and had fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to make a mistake
Yeah.
that level. But when you get down to the fine level that I'm working at,
Yeah.
you really need.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch. And he taps that one foul up against the screen.
You'll notice the innings I broadcast, there's some nuance. The innings you broadcast, club, you know. Jeez.
So 1-2 the count now. Bay's over at first. And there's a fastball that misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Top of the 5th inning.
Langer has twice hit the ball hard to the opposite field. The first one, the leaping catch by Patrick Chung at second, and the other play in right field by Blakeman on a shot.
Yeah, Blakeman's playing fairly deep out there. 2-2 pitch. There's grounded foul over towards the Crabs dugout. In fact, he's playing deeper than Lehman out and left.
Well, he's gone opposite field twice with authority.
Yeah. Makes sense. Two and two the count. And the next pitch is a fastball high and outside. 3-2 now. Some action now in the Crabs bullpen. There's a right-hander warming out there. Still no action in the Crawdads bullpen. Three and two the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Fourth strikeout for Kirsten. Took something off. 2 away.
That's his 4th strikeout, I believe, of the evening, Benjamin.
Yep.
Well, he certainly wants to get through inning 5
to
be eligible to get win number 5
That's
on
right.
the season. You gotta, if you're a starter, you got to go 5.
Here's Simmons. Simmons has grounded out to third and then grounded into a 4-3 double play. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball high and away. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. Oh, he called that a strike? He called that a strike. Yikes. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 breaking pitch is in there for a strike. 1-2. The 1-2. He reaches out and taps that one down the right side. Chung dives. It skips off his glove in the right field. That'll be a hit. He didn't hit it hard. He just sort of slapped it in the hole on the right side.
Talk about a seeing eye single.
Yep.
Boy, that was one, huh?
So on the play, Biza goes to second. So first and second now with 2 away. Here's Whitaker. He's struck out twice. That's the 9th hit of the game for the Crawdads now. Both teams with 9 hits.
Boy, the point you made earlier, Benjamin, is even more pertinent now.
Here's the pitch. Swing and foul tipped.
It would be a very different situation if that gentleman had not been thrown out trying to steal second base, trailing by 7 runs.
Yeah, I mean.
He'd have bases loaded.
Yep.
1 out.
Here's the 0-1, and he fouls it out of play. Oh, and 2 the count. Kirsten sets and deals a fastball. Now, he called that a strike a second ago. Nope. Ball 1.
I think Crab officials ought to provide oil on nights like this because they are packed like sardines into the stands. This is a huge crowd tonight.
Yeah, it is. Everybody wants to see fireworks. 1 and 2 the count. Swing and a miss got him. 5th strikeout ends the inning. No runs. 1 run. There was a hit. There was an error. And there were 2 left. And at the end of 4.5, it's 8-1 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs would like to thank California Credit Union at California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. We're all local, all Humboldt all the time. We offer free checking with no balance or transaction requirements. Plus, we have low rates on loans to help with all your banking needs. Give us a call at 800-440-8662. Join today for free and start enjoying the many benefits of credit union membership. That's California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. Bottom of the 5th, here's Benjamin.
All right, it'll be Blakeman and Wea and Lara for the Crabs. And the first pitch misses away, 1-0. This is still Jordan Chappell out on the mound. And he has thrown 60 pitches now.
Not that many, really.
Not that many, but a lot of them for strikes.
Well, you know.
Here's the pitch. Misses inside, 2-0. Crabs batted around against him last inning.
He has not walked a single batter.
No, he hasn't. He's been right over the heart of the plate all night.
Yeah, well.
8-1 Crabs. Here's the pitch. And there's a fastball that's, it's a ball. What I do also like about this home plate, he keeps you in suspense. You know, you're in the game because you don't, you know, you're kind of hanging on every pitch. Is it what's it going to be? Is it a ball? Is it a strike? 3-0 the count. And he calls that one a strike. See, I was about to say ball 4 and then
just said he hadn't walked a batter and he was about to issue his first free pass. He didn't hit a batter though.
3-1 is popped high in the air on the right side. First baseman, second baseman chasing it. It'll be the second baseman dropping the ball in foul territory.
Calic Dan had to hustle to get there, but he still should have had it. I think that's an error.
That's a drop foul error. Yep. Yep. E4DF. Drop foul.
That's why fielding averages aren't always as revelatory as one might like, because there are certain second basemen who would never have reached that ball.
That's
and
right.
Therefore,
yeah,
would not have gotten an error.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah. That's why they have range factor now. 3-2 the count, which takes into account the number of balls they actually get to. The 3-2 misses inside, ball 4. So Blakeman aboard with 1 out. Wait,
I'm not really familiar with the
range factor.
With how they determine.
I don't know. I forget how they do that, but it does take into account. It takes into account the point you just made, though.
Okay.
That it matters how many balls a player gets to.
Well, that's good that they have it.
Yep, it's more accurate than fielding average. Here's the pitch. The runner fakes going, and the pitch is low. And Wea has singled and scored and grounded to short.
They do have someone now throwing in the Crawdads bullpen. Huh? Can't make out a number from here.
Left-hander.
Left-hander,
It's hit high in the air to right field. The right fielder going back a few steps, but he's got to play on it. And he has it for out number 1.
Six different Crabs have driven runs across this evening.
Yeah, well, that makes sense given all the action we saw in the 4th inning. Here's Lara. He has grounded out to second and doubled. Throw to first, and Blakeman dives back. Blakeman has, let's see, 9 stolen bases.
There
He's
he goes.
going. The pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. To throw it on a second is going to go into center field. No further advance on Blakeman's part. So that's his 10th steal of the season. And that ties him with Jeremiah Burks now for the lead.
2 gentlemen with speed and power.
That's right.
Wonderful combination to have.
So Blakeman now in scoring position with 1 out, and the count 0-1 to Lara. Now Lara steps out of the box. The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is lashed foul past third base. One and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. And that misses inside, almost hit him. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, the count to Lara. Here's the 2-2. The runner goes. The pitch is hit high in the air on the right side in foul territory. First baseman given chase. He's under it, and he has it. Blakeman has to dash back to second. So Lara fouls out to first base, and with 2 away, here's Fernlin. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Lights coming on now at the ballpark. Going to be a spectacular fireworks display after the ball game. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt. Want to know the count. Here's the pitch, and he hits that one high in the air down the left field line. It's going to go into the Crabs' bullpen area, out of play. Oh, I see Nick Ciccone at the ballpark tonight.
Right.
Good to see Nick here on Alumni Weekend.
Nick the Stick.
One of our best players since we've been broadcasting the games. 1-1 pitch is down in the dirt. 2-1.
Of course, his brother Eric, the pitching coach for the Humboldt Crabs. Nick, a 2-time most valuable player.
He had some great seasons with the Crabs. 2-1 the count. And the pitch, and there's a high hopper out to shortstop. Throw to first. Inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left, and at the end of 5. 8-1 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Ultimate Yogurt. Try more than 10 ever-changing yogurt flavors with a ton of toppings that'll make your head spin. Ultimate Yogurt is locally owned and a great place to bring your crabby kitties. They can make up their own cups exactly how they like them. From Oreo cookies to sprinkles, Fruity Pebbles, every combination is possible. Ultimate Yogurt has 2 locations, one in Eureka and one real close to the ballpark, just about a block away here in Arcata. So check them out. Ultimate Yogurt. Go, Crabs, go.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. It's Junior Davis, number 13, on in relief of Jeffrey Kirsten.
See if we can get some numbers on Junior. Davis, 3 wins, is that right? Wait a second. Yeah, 3 wins and no losses. Unearned run average of 4.05.
Bottom of the order for the Crawdads will face him. This is Skinner, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Skinner has struck out and singled. 0-1 the count from Davis, and the next pitch is swung on and missed a big cut there at a fastball on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. And that one just misses high. A ball and 2 strike now the count. And now he steps out of the box. His time is called. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and he grounds that one hard out to shortstop. Chung takes a high hop and throws him out. 1 away. Here's Jake Allen. 2 for 2 tonight.
Getting a little bit of that purple haze effect again this evening with the cloud bank beyond the hills.
Here's the pitch. High in the air to left field. Lehman has it for out number 2. You're going to kiss the sky?
Yeah, I'm going to kiss the sky. Me and Jimmy. Had a friend who just went to the Oregon Energy Fair, which is held outside Eugene each year. They've done it since 1969. And they were able to buy the land. This thing is huge. I mean, it attracts 10, 15, 20,000 people.
Wow.
And it's kind of like back to 1969.
Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball right down the heart of the plate to Nelson for 0-1. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
Said they had a very hippie kind of vibe. And they were able to buy the land to hold this.
The 0-1 is a breaking pitch that's in there for a strike.
When Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead put on a concert for him, and they made about $500,000 and bought the land. And
nice.
They've been doing it ever since.
Well, speaking of Oregon, 0-2 pitch. It was a disgusting story. Strike 3 got him. That'll end the inning. Well, I'll tell the disgusting story after we come back.
That's how to keep the folks listening. Further discussed.
Crawdads go in order. And the top of the 6th, Crabs lead 8-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Before we hear Benjamin's disgusting story, let's talk about Crestwood Behavioral Health Center. Crestwood Behavioral Health Center in Humboldt County. It's all about community. Looking for a rewarding career? Well, join our team and make a difference. Crestwood has been providing residential mental health programs at its Eureka campus since 1979. We have full-time and part-time positions available, LPTs, LVNs, assistants, and various staff positions. Visit us at 2370 Boone Street or find our ad in the annual Crabs program. That's Crestwood Behavioral Health Center. Heading into the bottom of the 6th and the disgusting story, here's Benjamin.
Well, first, we have a new pitcher on the mound, left-hander Grant Jones on a relief of Jordan Chappell, who will face the top of the order for the Crabs, Lehman, Chung, and Callahan. And the disgusting story about Oregon is that there was a truck hauling eels up Highway 101, and his fastball misses low now to Lehman. Eels, live eels. And the truck crashed, caught his 5-car pileup. But the disgusting part is these eels are such that when they get harassed, they excrete a disgusting thick slime. One eel can emit up to 5 gallons of slime.
Oh,
so the highway was covered with these eels, and when the crew came in to clean it up, 1-1 the count. It was a disgusting mix of eels and slime all over the freeway, and the cars that were involved in the crash, which were all covered with eels and slime. And 2-1 the count.
I just finished my sandwich, Benjamin.
Yeah, well,
and it was an eel sandwich.
Yeah. So that was just yesterday in the news. Highway 101, 2-1 pitch. High hopper foul past first base.
We used to play a team, didn't we? The Eel River Eels. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they were a local team of older guys in their 30s, 40s, even a couple guys in their 50s on that team.
Yeah. We slimed them, as I recall.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Slider down and away, 3-2.
Cooling off a bit at the ballpark. Jackets and sweaters are coming out.
Lehman's 2 for 2 and has walked as well. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So he's gone for the first time tonight. First strikeout for what's his name?
For Grant Jones.
Grant Jones. Here's Patrick Chung. Chung's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch, and there's a breaking pitch taken inside for a ball. One and 0 the count. Here's the 1-0, and there's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 is hit high in the air, foul, and that's going to drift out of play on the left side. Oh, into the seats where it's botched by a fan. He thought he was going to catch it with his cap.
Well, he should have taken the cap off his head. That was his
that
first
would have helped,
mistake.
yeah. Exactly. 1-2 the count. Worst fielding fans in the world. The 1-2 is slapped foul out of play. All right. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, Crabs lead it 8-1. Both teams with 9 hits. The Crawdads have 2 errors. The Crabs have 1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball out to second base. Easy play. 2 away. Here's Kyle Callahan. 1 for 3 with a big home run.
Just noting, Benjamin, that the Crabs came into this game hitting .306 as a team.
Yeah.
That's very, very impressive.
That home run by Callahan, by the way, was number 4. Yeah. And he takes a slider on the outside corner. 0-1. Well, like I said, as a team, they're slugging .442 coming into the game. And that's gone up, I'm sure. The 0-1. Slider down and away, 1-1. And the other big difference between Crabs and their opponents is the Crabs have received 160 walks, and they've given up 84.
Oh. Wow, almost double, huh?
Yep. So the 1-1 now is down low, 2-1. Although the last week or so they have not they've actually seen
hitting.
As far as the pitching. Yeah, it's been hitting, and the opponents have not walked that many. The Seals didn't walk very many in that 2-game series.
I think we've only had 1 free pass tonight.
Yeah.
One hit batter and one walk.
And it was similar on Wednesday night. I think there was only 1 walk in the whole game. 2-1 to count now. Now the catcher went out to have a word. Allen went out to have a word with Jones. Two and 1 to count. Lefty against lefty. Here's the pitch. The high leg kick, and it's a fastball that sails inside. 3-1. And the next pitch way outside, and that's going to all the way to the backstop. That's ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Callahan will bring Myers to the bat. Callahan, a very short lead over at first. Myers, the hitter. Here's the pitch, and he looks at a fastball inside. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch over the heart of the plate for a called strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 to Myers. In the dirt, 2-1.
Concession says they cannot do food tonight. Kerry said, I will see what I can do.
2-1 to count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch on the inside corner, 2-2.
Well, I think Kerry might be taking matters into her own hands, so we'll see. July 4th, we got our food.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Down and in, 3-2. Three and two the count.
I don't want to judge too quickly.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes, swung on and missed, strike three, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. And at the end of 6, it's 8-1 in favor of the Crabs. It's Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Did I teach you the button?
Just leave it on. Here we go. Welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs leading by a score of 8-1 as we head into the top of the 7th inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Leading off is John Ballard, and he's as fast as anyone we've seen at the ballpark this summer. He has singled and doubled in 3 trips. He's stolen a couple of bases, and he scored their only run. Leadoff hitter takes the first pitch from Ronnie Jr. Davis, and it misses low, 1-0. Davis in his second inning of relief for Jeffrey Kirsten, who on his way to winning his 5th game of the season unless the Crawdads can pull a big comeback. There's a foul off to the left and out of play. Ball and a strike to John Ballard. He'll be followed by Dalen Calicdan and Alex Besa. The 1-1. And that's fouled straight back. So Davis ahead on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to the Crawdads leadoff hitter, leading off here in the top of the 7th. All right, Davis gets his sign from Inouye. The 1-2 pitch. Hit foul off to the left, into the play area. I think we got about 1,000 folks on hand tonight. Fireworks to follow, I guess about 15 minutes after the conclusion of the ball game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Again, fouled back. So we'll do it again, 1-2. Davis reads Inouye. And now Ballard steps out of the batter's box. Takes a practice swing. Now he's back in. Davis 1-2 offering. And again, fouled back. So John Ballard making Junior Davis work here to lead off the top of the 7th inning. Crabs with single tallies in the 1st and 3rd inning, and then they exploded for half a dozen in the 4th. The 1-2 pitch, high with a fastball, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside hits him. He is plunked, and he will trot down to first base. So for the 3rd time this evening, John Ballard aboard. Here comes Krusty the Crab making his appearance on the concourse.
Always great to see Krusty in the park.
Getting a round of applause from the fans. What's that on his back, Benjamin?
That's his carapace.
Thank you.
And you wonder where the Crawdad is.
Yeah. Not showing, huh?
No, he's not. And, I don't know. Maybe a little concern.
Well, may have been worried with the Crab's record that we'd kick his carapace.
That's a good one.
Ta-da.
I'll be darned. After almost 19, 20 years.
You got a good one, huh?
You got a good one. That was really good. Thank you. Pretty good. They did have a death match before the game. 2 go in, 1 comes out. Just like in Mad Max.
Fastball is high. 2-0 now to Caldecan. Runner at first, nobody out, top of the 7th inning. Crawdads facing a 7-run deficit, trying to fight their way back into this one. Next pitch is popped foul out of play, and it's 2-1. Two and 1 to count. Davis pitch. High fly ball into shallow right field. Coming in is Blakeman in foul ground. Kyles under it and makes the catch. So Caldecan, a foul fly to Blakeman, 1 down in the 7th. Then that'll bring up Alex Besa. Besa has twice walked and singled. 1 for 1 officially, and he's been on base all 3 times. Never made it further than second base. The hits are even, but the Crabs lead 8-1. Davis pitch. Besa takes a fastball high, 1-0. Davis comes to the rest. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a pitch well outside. 1-1. John Ballard, who leads at first base, is a speedster. He bluffs going, and the pitch is fouled off to the left. It's 1-2 to Besa. A ball and 2 strikes to the big left-handed hitting first baseman for the Crawdads, and now it looks like he maybe got something in his eye. He's asked for time. Steps out of the box. All right, now he's ready. And we're ready to go. Davis gets his sign from Inouye. The 1-2 pitch. Ballard goes, swing and a miss. Throw to second base is not going to be in time to get the speedster. Uh-oh, he's safe. Fernlund thought he may have come off the bag and was questioning third base umpire Cowan, but Michael said no. That's the 3rd stolen base of the evening for Ballard. Beza down on strikes. There are 2 down now. And Dave Langer coming to the bat. Langer 0 for 3. He lined out sharply to the second baseman Chung and then hit a shot to right fielder Blakeman. Last time up he went down swinging. So Ballard at second base in scoring position with 2 down. And the pitch is waved at and missed as Langer could not catch up with Junior Davis's fastball. Oh, and 1 the count to Langer. From the set. Davis, a glance back to second, comes to the plate with a breaking ball that catches the outside corner. He's now ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on the Crawdads cleanup hitter. Junior Davis at the set. His 0-2 pitch got him swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left, and at the end of 6 1/2, it's still the Crabs 8 and the Crawdads 1. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. If we unplug that, you can't play the game.
More or less.
Yeah, more or less.
Buy me some beans. Send me some salad.
If we ever get food, 'cause it's food.
You got to press the button. I've taught you about the button. There's a button right here.
Leave the button
press
on.
The button. If I
Never
leave the
take it
button
off.
on, then all the nasty stuff you say in between innings goes out to the whole world and the universe.
You think the FCC will come down on us?
I'm a little worried.
All right.
But attendance, 1,453 folks at the ballpark tonight here to watch baseball and fireworks.
Oh, all 1,453.
1,453, yeah,
Woo.
a huge crowd.
That is big. Alex Aguirre to lead it off for the Crabs here in the bottom of the 7th against Grant Jones in his second inning of work, and the big left-hander throws a fastball, and Aguirre swings and misses. Alex will be followed by Kyle Blakeman and Anthony Inouye.
Both teams with 9 hits, but the Crabs have some power. Of those 9 hits, there were 1, 2, 3 doubles and a home run. 4 doubles and a home run.
1-1 account to Aguirre. Fastball is low, 2-1.
The lesson of Earl Weaver.
The long ball.
The long ball. Get him on. Three-run job.
That's certainly playing Earl Weaver baseball in the major leagues these days.
Yep. And that's, actually, honestly, Earl Weaver has a lot to do with that.
The 2-1 pitch, tries to check his swing. Does he go around?
I don't know. Don wasn't watching.
I'm not sure what the call is.
I don't know.
I think it's 2-2, but let's check. That's what the scoreboard says, and the umpire's not correcting it.
No, now he's signaling now it's 2-2. So
all right, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alex Aguirre to lead off the Crabs' 7th inning with a 8-1 lead. The next pitch way outside with a fastball, 3-2. Grant Jones, rather obviously a reliever, working from the stretch exclusively. The payoff pitch to Aguirre, does it hit him?
Yep.
He gets plunked. And again, in that situation, Benjamin, even though it was ball 4, it's recorded as a hit by pitch. Is that right?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, because that's what happened. I mean,
yeah, it is what
right,
happened.
that hit him, so no reason not to record it that way.
That'll bring up Kyle Blakeman. Kyle, a double in 2 official trips. He's also walked and stolen a base. Tying Jeremiah Burks for leadership in that department on the club. And the first pitch to him misses low, 1-0. Burks getting a rare night off this evening. One and 0 to Blakeman. Kyle takes another pitch outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's up with it. He goes to second for 1. The relay to first is not going to be in time. So Blakeman aboard on the fielder's choice. Aguirre cut down at second base. And Anthony Nwia coming to the bat. Anthony 1 for 3 on the evening. He has driven in a run. He has scored a run. And the same can be said for Kyle Blakeman, who's standing at first base, who's also driven in and scored a run this evening. 6 different Crabs have runs batted in tonight.
It's been a hit fest.
Throw to first base and diving safely back is Blakeman. The pitch to Nwia misses. Low and away. 1-0.
You notice it says Craw on their uniforms. I guess they couldn't afford. I guess they couldn't afford 3 more letters. Yep, it just says Craw.
Fastball is taken for a strike. It's 1-1.
They should just make them O's and call themselves the Crows.
They may have at one point been the Craw Moms.
That's true. But, I mean, if you're going to just go
Don't
with
be
Craw.
sexist.
I mean,
We
it's
don't
probably
wanna-
not they couldn't afford it. It's the Crawdad doesn't fit across the front of the uniform.
Probably,
It's too long.
Probably more likely.
Remember that team that was called the Giants, and then they got sued by the Giants, so they changed their name to the Nats because they didn't want to change their uniforms?
No, I don't remember.
There was a team
that.
here for several years ago that was called the Giants, and then I don't know if they got sued, but they got threatened by the San Francisco Giants for using their name. You remember there's a team here called the Angels?
Yes,
too, for
now
a
I
while.
do remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
So then same thing happened to the Giants, and they just changed their uniform
my.
to the Nats. GNATS.
That's not a bad name. Well, they lead the National League, don't they? The Nats.
That's right.
3 balls and a strike now to Nwia. Anthony, big right-handed hitter, facing the southpaw slants of Grant Jones.
Well, and except for Buster, that's a fairly accurate description of the Giants' batting.
Yeah. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes full now to Anthony and Weah.
Now Krusty making his way out of the ballpark now. He's signed some autographs. He shook some hands.
3-2 the count now to Nwea. Blakeman goes. The pitch is hit high in the air into shallow left field. Shortstop goes out. Left fielder comes in. And the left fielder gets almost on the infield by the time that Joshua Nelson ended up catching that ball. 2 down, and that'll bring up Alejandro Lara. Alejandro 1 for 3 on the evening. Lara doubled home a run and then came around to score himself in that big 6th run, 4th inning. Since then, the Crabs have been blanked.
Yep.
They built up that big lead and have held it. Fastball, strike called on the outside corner, 0-1.
Most baseball games, the winning team scores more runs in one inning than the other team scores the whole game.
Is that right?
Yep. That's why the big inning, that's how you win, the big inning.
Yeah. Fastball taken, called, strike 2 at the knees. So Grant Jones now ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to the Crabs' 3rd sacker, Alejandro Lara. Swing and a miss. Lara down on strikes, and the Crabs are gone in the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 7, it's still the Crabs 8 and the Crawdads 1. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to the Humboldt County Fair. The 121st Humboldt County Fair is right after crab season, starting August 23rd and going until Labor Day. There's live entertainment, exhibits, 4-H animals, the ever-popular sheepdog trials, games for the kids, and all that yummy carnival food that everybody loves. It's family-friendly and super affordable. It's fun for all ages. This fair is located in the Victorian village of Ferndale. And let's see, we have a number 23. We have a new pitcher.
Nick Simmons to lead off.
Simmons to lead it off.
That's Ronnie Davis on the mound still. I do believe.
Junior Davis. All right.
Simmons, 1 for 3 on the evening. Singled in 3 trips. First pitch is fouled back, strike 1. Simmons will be followed by Kevin Whitaker and Ben Skinner. And I think we got a pinch hitter set to come up for Whitaker, number 26. Check that.
That would be Spencer Lininger.
All right. Fastball misses. 1 ball and 1 strike to Simmons leading off. Spencer what?
Lininger. Linninger. Lininger.
All right. The next pitch is low and away. 2 balls and a strike to Nick Simmons, leading off the Crawdads' 8th inning. Crabs leading 8-1. Fouled behind us. Count even at 2. Now, on a regular night with this kind of spread in the ball game, fans would be leaving the park after the next half inning because they'd have the 50-50 drawing.
50-50 would already been called. And
yeah, you'd see an exodus, but not tonight because the fireworks are a big draw this evening. Ground ball to the shortstop. Oh, Fernland boots it.
No, that's
So
his second
Chase
error of the night.
Fernland, who has been so efficient and more than efficient, outstanding really at shortstop, has committed his second error of the evening, a leadoff batter aboard for the Crawdads here in the top of the 8th. That'll bring up Spencer Lininger.
Lininger, a pinch hitter. And he's batting .294.
Right-handed hitter. And the first pitch to him is over at the knees for a called strike one. Lininger replacing Kevin Whitaker in the DH role. Tough night for Whitaker, who had the hat trick. Three strikeouts.
He did indeed.
All of them swinging. The pitch to Lininger is a fastball that misses wide, 1-1. Davis, a long look. Now is the pitch, and it's a curveball and a beauty for a called strike two. Davis ahead on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The next pitch, fastball is poked into right field. Blakeman going over. He is not going to get it. It's going to go to the wall. Rounding third is Simmons. He's going to be held there on a stand-up double by Spencer Lininger. So the Crawdads with runners at second and third, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. They've got a big mountain to climb, but they're starting off with a couple of base knocks. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th.
They're not giving up.
I got to tell you, that's one of the sports cliches that drives me crazy. I don't care what sport it is. First pitch is taken, a fastball for a strike to Ben Skinner. Skinner a single in 3 trips. And the announcer will say something like, hold on a second. Davis at the set, and the 0-1 pitch. Curveball is fouled off to the right. So Davis ahead now in the count 0-2. And the announcer will say something like, there's no quit in that team. Just once I'd like to hear an announcer say, a bunch of quitters out there.
I think they just quit.
They quit. They just laid down and died. No quit in that team.
Well, I just said that, so.
Yeah. Here's the 0-2. High and wide with a fetch. 1-2. One and two the count to Skinner. The pitch, fastball is hit in the air to left center field. Left fielder coming over on the run and making the catch.
He dropped it.
No, he dropped the ball. So everyone's going to be safe. And a run is going to score. So Lehman, was it the center fielder or the left fielder?
That was Lehman that dropped it.
Yeah.
E7.
So a second error of the inning. That will plate Nick Simmons. Spencer Lininger goes to third.
So
Skinner on at first.
Praising the Crabs defense when the game started. And now all of a sudden,
3 errors.
not looking so good.
Or 2 errors, I should say. 3 in the
3
ball
on the
game.
night, yeah.
Here's the left-handed hitting Jake Allen. Catcher is 2 for 3. Crawdads trying to fight their way back into this one. And the first pitch is fouled back, strike one. Crawdads with runners at the corners and nobody out here in the 8th inning. They trail 8-2. Davis pitch. Hit high in the air into shallow right field. Second baseman going out, right fielder coming in foul territory. It's Blakeman. The runner at third tags the throw to the plate, and he's out
that was
by a mile and a
very
half.
ill-advised. Why in the world is he running on that play? Nice play by Blakeman.
Well, Blakeman's got
he's got a gun out
these
there.
These guys don't know the kind
they
of
don't
arm
know
he
that,
has.
No.
But still, from that distance, and you're down 6 runs, that was a very risky
That's
mistake.
my only point, is that, you got to play cautiously.
That's the second time they've done that. They've had a runner thrown out in a situation where that runner shouldn't have been going in. Here's Joshua Nelson, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Strike one. Nelson 1 for 3 on the evening. Crabs now have actually been out-hit. 2 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Crawdads. 8 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. It's 0-2 now to Nelson. The run this inning is unearned. Nelson at the rest. The 0-2 pitch. Runner goes. Throw to second base, and he is out.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my
what are they
goodness
doing
gracious.
out there?
I do not know. Skinner cut down, and that'll do it for the Crawdads in the 8th inning. 1 run. There was 1 hit. There were 2 errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 7.5, it's the Crabs 8 and the Crawdads 2. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. It's just... All right, going into the bottom of the 8th inning, Crabs enjoying a substantial 8-2 lead. And they'll start it off with Chase Fernland, who's had a good night at bat and not such a good night in the field, which is kind of a reverse of what's happened in much of the season. Chase came into the game hitting just over 200, and he has been moving up, and a couple of hits tonight will help that average. But he's committed a couple of errors tonight, very uncharacteristic of the slick fielding shortstop. First pitch is grounded up the middle and into center field, so Fernland with his 3rd base knock of the evening. Crabs have the leadoff batter aboard here in the bottom of the 8th. And we go to the top and Devin Lehman. Lehman 2 for 3 on the evening. Both of those were doubles, leading off the 1st and 3rd innings respectively. Devin has scored a run and driven 1 in. Came into the game hitting .413, and that average is going to go up a little tonight, regardless of what he does here. First pitch is a curveball taken a little bit inside, 1-0. One and out to Lehman. Fernland leads off first, swing and a miss. 1-1. Southpaw against southpaw here. Grant Jones in his 3rd inning of work. He has held the Crabs in check thus far. Lehman swings and fouls it over by the dugout of the visiting Crawdads, and the count a ball and 2 strikes on Devin Lehman. Jones at the set. The 1-2 pitch. Lehman swings and misses strike 3, down on strikes for the second consecutive time, 1 away. And that'll bring up Patrick Chung. Chung looking for his first base hit of the evening. He is 0 for 4. Chung also left-handed hitter. One ball and no strikes to Chung. Want to mention an unusual situation. The Crabgrass Band not here tonight because of the fireworks display. They will be here tomorrow night. Generally, they have not been here on a Saturday night. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. He goes to second for 1. The relay to first not in time. So Chung safe on the fielder's choice. Fernland cut down. There are 2 down now. And that'll bring up Kyle Callahan. Callahan 1 for 3 on the evening. It was a big one. A 2-run home run in the 4th inning. His 4th of the season. Kyle, the 3rd successive left-handed hitter to face the southpaw reliever Grant Jones. Chung leads at first, held on over there by Alex Besa. The pitch inside 1-0 to Callahan. So the Crabgrass Band will be here tomorrow night. 7 o'clock game time. Hope you'll be joining us at the ballpark. Next pitch is a called strike at the knees, 1-1. And tomorrow night we will see some more alumni and parents of current Crabs players. Look forward to that. 1-1 the count to Callahan. Jones comes to the plate and the pitch is waved at and missed. Strike 2. Jones has fanned 4 Crabs batters since coming on in the 6th inning. He's been very effective. Crabs got all their runs against Jordan Chappell, the starter. 1-2 to Callahan. The pitch. Hits him. Off-speed pitch. And Jones is arguing he didn't make any attempt to get out of the way of that pitch. So Callahan trots down to first base. Chung moves up 90 feet to second. Crabs with 2 on and 2 gone. And here's Ryan Myers, who has not joined the hit parade this evening. Myers 0 for 3 officially. He was plunked by a pitch back in the 4th inning. The pitch to Ryan, taken for a call, strike 1. Jones is set in the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Throwing him some off-speed stuff. And he had Ryan out in front of that one. So it's 0-2 now to the Crabs cleanup hitter and first baseman Ryan Myers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Punched into center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding third and coming to the plate is the throw, and he is safe. So Chung turned on the afterburners and made it all the way home from second base on a little flare single by Myers. Ryan picks up another run batted in. He leads the club in that department. On the play, Callahan moves up 90 feet to second base. So the Crabs with runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Alex Aguirre coming to the bat. Aguirre 1 for 3 on the evening. 9-2 now, Crabs. The pitch to Aguirre. He takes it low and away, 1-0. No action in either club's bullpen. The 1-0 to Aguirre. It hit him. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's the second Crab plunked this inning. And for all the runs that the Crabs have scored tonight, and all the base runners they've had, and all the hits that they've accumulated, it's the first time tonight we can say the bases are F-O-C, full of crustaceans for Ken Blakeman. Blakeman, a double in 3 official trips. He's also walked, scored a run, stolen a base, driven in a run. So the bases are full of Crabs with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch to Blakeman misses wide, 1-0. Jones looks into Allen for the sign, and his 1-0 pitch taken for a ball, 2-0. Guess that was just a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Jones having the plate do a dance for him in this inning. He has plunked 2 batters, Aguirre for the second time. The 2-0 to Blakeman. Kyle grounds it right back under the pitcher's glove and into center field. 1 run's coming in. The second run comes in. There's the throw to third base. Not going to be in time. And then Blakeman moves to second on the throw in. So credit Blakeman with a couple of runs batted in. Give him a single. Aguirre moves to third as both Callahan and Myers score. And it's now an 11-2 ball game. And here is Anthony Anwia. Here's Anwia. Runners at second and third, 2 down. The pitch to Anthony. Swings and grounds it up the middle and into center field for another base hit. Rounding third, here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be close. He slides in and bowls over the catcher, but the catcher was standing on the plate. That was nothing could be done in that situation except for the runner to slide into home plate. He wasn't trying to bowl over the catcher, but the catcher was blocking the plate. So Anwia, a couple of runs batted in as both Aguirre and Blakeman come in to score. Kyle sliding into home plate and bowling over the catcher, a completely legal and ethical play. It's the only way he could touch home plate. So it's now a 13-2 ball game. And all this damage has been done after 2 were out. A leadoff single by Fernland and then 2 quick outs. And then a hit batter, a single, another hit batter, and 2 more singles. And the Crabs have now plated 5 this inning to make it a 13-2 ball game. And that'll bring up Alejandro Lara, the 9th batter to come up in this inning for the Crabs. 13 runs now on a dozen hits for the Crabs on their way to their 26th victory of the season against only 3 losses. High pop-up into shallow center field. The center fielder, Ballard, is under it and brings the inning to a conclusion, but not before the Crabs come up with 5 more runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 1 left, and at the end of 8 complete now, it's the Crabs 13 and the Crawdads 2. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Both times these pitchers have pitched well for like 3 innings and then get wrapped.
I was just saying we should change our name to the Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen?
We're always winning. Remember Charlie Sheen? You don't know. You probably don't know. There's a whole thing where he was
Andrew Najib Brush in to close things out for the Crabs in the ninth inning. Jeffrey Kirsten went 5. Junior Davis 3. And Brush now will close it out for the Crabs, who lead by a score of 13-2. It'll be Joshua Nelson to lead it off for the Crawdads, and then the top of the order and John Ballard and Dalen Kallikdan. So Brush completes his warm-up pitches. The big right-hander. Comes in to finish it up, and there are very few fans who have left the ballpark again because there's going to be a fireworks display. I guess it'll take place about 15 minutes after the conclusion of the ball game. First pitch is fouled back to the screen by Joshua Nelson, 0-1. Nelson 1 for 3 on the evening. Crawdads have hit the ball pretty well tonight. They haven't been able to score, but they've been able to get base runners. There's a fastball for a strike. Najib Brush can bring it, and he's ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes. Big right-hander rocks into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Najib Brush blows him down, 1 away. That'll bring up John Ballard. He is a fun player to watch. I think he's as fast as anybody we've seen all summer. He can absolutely fly. 2 for 3 on the evening. He was also hit by a pitch.
I guess this is not Ballard. This is a new guy, 28.
Oh, we got a pinch hitter now.
This is Spencer Lininger, who came in some time ago.
That can't be right.
Well, yeah, I don't know how that's possible. Well, yeah.
It wasn't Spencer Lininger earlier if this is Spencer Lininger because he hit in the number 5 slot.
I don't know.
High pop-up, right side of the infield. Shortstop goes out. Left fielder comes in. Somebody calls it. It is Fernland to make the catch for the second out.
Either way, he's out.
Yeah, 2 down. So, Dalen Kallikdan, the last hope for the Crawdads. And he hits a high pop-up, and this should do it. Third baseman is under it, and Lara makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Crabs win their 26th ball game of the year against only 3 setbacks. The winning pitcher, the starter, Jeffrey Kirsten, picks up his 5th victory without a defeat. And nice relief work by Junior Davis, and here in the 9th inning by Andrew Najib Brush. Benjamin, what are the totals for tonight's ball game?
Well, they're not pretty. 13 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. 2 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Crawdads. These teams will meet again tomorrow night, Hoke, and I know you'll be here.
And I know you'll be here, and so will the Crabgrass Band, and we certainly hope you will join us tomorrow evening for the second game of this 3-game set between the Crabs and the Walnut Creek Crawdads. That'll do it from the ballpark tonight. Again, the Crabs victorious by a score of 13-2. For my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, I'm Hoke Holcomb, and we're rounding third and heading for home.